Hi, it's Teacher Denise, and Hannah and I wanted to read a story with you guys. Our story is called Rain, and I have actually had this book in my bag for 2 months, waiting for a rainy day so I could read it to you guys, and finally we have a rainy day. All right, so we're going to read Rain. This is by Linda Ashman. She's the author and wrote the words, and the pictures are by Christian Robinson. He's the illustrator. All right. And I can see on the title page, there's a little boy and his mom. I think that they're going to play a part in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Rain. Oh, look. What do you notice?
There's a person in that window and there's a person in that window.
Interesting. So I see that there are a lot of buildings. Where do you think they live? Do you think they live out in the country or in the city?
In the city, because I see one person and one person.
Ah,
I think
see the
these
windows?
are the apartments they are in.
Those are their apartments. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
oh yeah, they are. I recognize the building, the colors of the building.
oh,
They do
yeah?
live in.
They're the same ones from the opening picture. All right, so we got two characters here. We have this grumpy man, and then we have this little boy.
And he wants to dress up as a frog.
Oh, you're giving more details. No, that says Rain. You're giving more details than we're ready for. All right, so this is the man, and it's raining for both of them, but they have very different perspectives about the rain.
Rain.
So, yeah, he looks out the window and goes, rain! And, yeah, the little boy looks out the window and goes, rain! And I can see this guy's face. His eyebrows are all down deep, and he has a frown.
And this guy is really happy.
Yeah, this guy, he has his hands up, and his mouth is in a smile, and he's happy about the rain. All right, so the old man gets dressed to go outside, and he says, nasty galoshes. What are galoshes?
No.
And these boots that he wears. So he says, nasty galoshes and blasted overcoat. There goes my hair. So he has kind of a cranky attitude about the rain.
He's
and then,
mad.
oh yeah, the little boy's mother pops in and says, is it raining cats and dogs? And he says, it's raining frogs and pollywogs. Hippity hop. So he gets dressed up like
a frog.
So they head out of the apartment, and at the apartment door, this guy is called the doorman, and his job is to stand at the door of the apartment building and open and close it for people. And so as the grumpy old man comes out, he says, good morning, sir. And the man says, hardly, dang puddle. And then over in this apartment building, the doorman says, good morning, young man. And the little boy says, ribbit. Okay. And as they walk along the street, they get to a newspaper stand. And the vendor who's selling newspapers says, enjoy your paper. And the man says, ugh, just more bad news. And look, the effect that he has on the vendor. It looks like the vendor's kind of sad after this interaction with the man.
But then,
okay, so
they're happy.
The little boy and his mother go to, it looks like a fruit stand. And the vendor here says, how are you, Mr. Frog? And the little boy goes, happy, happy, happy. So after this interaction, the vendor's pretty happy. So both the man and the little boy get to the Rain or Shine Cafe. And the man goes, finally! And the boy says, we're here! They go inside, and the grumpy man orders coffee, black. And he has that scowl on his face, and I can tell the effect it has on the cashier. She's kind of sad, too. The little boy, however, says, cocoa and cookies, please. He's having something tasty.
And he's having a lot of fun, but he's not.
No. All right, and again, I can see the grumpy man. He's at his table, and here's the waiter bringing
coffee.
Yeah, bringing some food by, and he looks like he's not feeling so great interacting with this grumpy guy. But then here's the little boy and his mother, and the little boy says, yum, and his mother says, delicious. All right, so the man and the boy were sitting kind of back to back in the cafe. They're getting up to leave, and they bump into each other. And the man says, watch out! And the little boy says, oh, sorry. And then the little boy offers one of his what?
Cookie.
One of his cookies, and he goes, ribbit. And the man, he scowls at him and doesn't take the cookie. And then what's the effect on the little boy? How does he feel after that interaction?
He feels sad.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty sad. But then he notices
That he dropped his hat.
the old man left his hat. And the little boy says, his hat. What do you think he's going to do?
He's gonna bring it to the man.
You think he's going to bring it to the man?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's happening? What's happening here?
He picks up the hat and brings it out the door and gives it to the man.
Yeah, and he says, hey, wait. And the man, with his grumpy eyebrows, says, you. And the boy matches the grumpy eyebrows, and he goes, you. Because remember that interaction? They were both upset after that interaction when they bumped into each other. Oh. Is this a grumpy interaction or is this a kind interaction?
It's a kind.
So the little boy hands the hat to the man, and look what happened to his grumpy face.
He's happy.
Turns into a happy face. And then the man says, that one too. Mine, he asks. What's he asking for?
Kiss.
His hat. All right. So the man puts on the little boy's hat, and then the little boy says, ribbit, and offers what?
A cookie.
They did this before, and what happened?
He didn't want it, but now he wants it because he was not grumpy and he wasn't happy and he didn't want the cookie. Yum!
Yeah. So now the man has a cookie, and he says, yum, and he waves to the little boy, who's also happy. And I noticed that the other people in the picture
are still happy.
Yeah.
Are happy because now he's happy and they're not happy from his reaction.
So do you think that your mood affects the people around you? All right, and here we are back at the man's apartment, and the doorman says, welcome back, sir. And remember, he was so mad about the puddle at the very beginning?
And now he says,
And now he jumps in the puddle and says, ribbit! So he changed his attitude from the beginning to the end of the book because he had that positive interaction with the little boy. All right, so that was the story Rain. And
can we read another?
this is Hannah, and I'm teacher Denise, and we'll talk to you again soon.
I want to watch another one.